Yeah, that one should only take a few minutes because it's pretty short. Hey, good morning. Hello, I'm good. Yes, how are you? Yeah, good. Oh, good and oh no. What happened? Oh, so good, good. It would have been a no no on the flip side. Well, from this perspective, one saying, son of a bitch!
Blamed women for getting
And another one's like,
phew.
phew.
Not the women.
Phew.
Plattner used an app that's
Phew.
called a predator's paradise for child exploitation.
You see how that has a certain kind of a... Right, I mean, if you just go, phew, it is like... You don't really usually hear that, right? Because phew... I mean, unless you're talking about there was a few birds on the branch. We got a few beers in the fridge. Got a few cold ones. You want a cold one? Yeah. But I mean, if someone's saying phew, like that was a close call, you usually don't hear it in that tone, or like phew, like just said normally. I got a few bucks. You need them. Why do they keep passing the bucks, man? Got a few dollars. I got a few dollars. Right, but if you just almost got hit by a bus, I mean, it's like, phew! I mean, you're only going to use that kind of emphasis. It's not going to be like, there's a few birds on the branches, because that would be weird. You'd look at someone like, why'd you do that? Right, I mean, sometimes if someone's fucking with you, and they don't laugh, they keep doing it. If you don't know that person and that they're known to joke around like that, you might feel a little weird. Like, are they gonna stop? Or tell them to stop it. Okay, I'm just gonna go over here then. It's a little annoying. It's a little annoying. Remember those sound makers where you blow into them and they go, whew! They were really loud. They were called noise makers. I don't know the names for them. We just called them noise makers. We had buckets of them. Cranks and whistles. Hats, yeah, hats. Dun, 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 dun. Is this Halloween? It's like Halloween every day. It's so fun. I remember the 90s. Yeah, the SLC punk era. I know. I mean, people would freak out if you even wore purple lipstick or a collar because they feared you might become a druggie. Or, yeah, that was being peddled back in those days. That was like one of the murder loops and groups back then. Like we have the ones of concern today that some people are ignoring. Right. Back in those days, yeah, going to like those kind of mosh pit parties and getting involved in the grunge stuff was heavily associated to murder chains, suicide, gaslighting, pranking, getting people to go to those concerts and getting stomped out. Yeah, I mean, you didn't really have to just, attack someone in the street. You just invited them to a concert or something. Some people weren't concert kind of people. So you'd have to invite them to a house party. Some people aren't even party kind of people. Right. Now then if you're starting to get up into, yeah, higher class people that have occupations, I mean, if you're talking about a lawyer or a cop or someone that lives in a better protected neighborhood. Right, it has nothing to do with when you say better protected, it just means not as many drug addicts and pieces of shit that are walking around like zombies and don't care if you get hit by a car. They'll kick you in the fucking teeth and take your bike. Right, it has nothing to do. Yeah. Who are the people in your neighborhood? In your neighborhood. In your neighborhood. So, who are the people in your neighborhood? It's the people that you meet when you're walking down the street. Do you feel safe and protected? Do you feel safe and protected? Can the demons get you there? Can you still hear your thoughts? I know, keep telling yourself a good person. Keep telling yourself all those lies so you can sleep at night and enjoy life. Dude, they have to. If they accept the truth, it's like suicide to them. They might as well kill themselves because they're accepting stuff that they have believed to be lies and laughed at for years. I'm telling you, we've done this for a long time, and we've dealt with people. They've actually been in therapy, and were so bothered. They didn't want to face their colleagues. They were totally distraught. They were literally like, please just put me to sleep. Yeah, like some of these doctors. Jordan Peterson's a great example of that. Remember up in Canada? He had himself put in a fucking coma. It was like, yeah, enough. Put me in a coma. 3 months. He went out into a coma. Yeah, he did. People have themselves put into chemically induced comas. Right, when life is just so stressful. They can't take it anymore. Yeah, it's a temporary state of deep unconsciousness. It's a medically induced coma. Controlled doses of anesthetics such as propofol or barbiturates. Doctors use this intense procedure to lower brain activity, decrease the metabolic needs of the brain, and protect the central nervous system during life-threatening medical events. I'm going to say it once. The fuck again. Proper authorities need to start reporting on this shit and stop promoting these fucking dangerous drugs to the kids would be a good idea. You know, we dealt with these cunts at the Maine Parent Federation and other places here in our healthcare departments back in 2006, 7, and 8, directly focusing on the vaccines when it comes to that stuff. Yeah, before that with the SSRIs, the stuff we dealt with all over Kennebec County, very scary. You're trying to educate the professionals as to how that stuff gives people with hypersensitivities or brain damage or wholly blood-brain barriers. It increases the auditory and visual hallucinations that we have naturally. Whoa, what was that? People have auditory and visual hallucinations all the time. It's like, you ever go in fun houses, you know, smoke and mirrors, and sometimes certain colors put together, you might think, holy crap, that looked like my Uncle George. Same shirt and everything. Right, and it was really not even them. It was just a old rocking chair with a blanket in it. But for a second, you saw your Uncle George sitting there. Did you hear a noise? Where do you think it came from? Was it paranormal? Do you have a paramecium? You ever hear of Pulp Fiction? I know, right? It gets really, really sickening and old with a lot of these people. So some have medically induced comas to manage pressure, intracranial pressure in the brain. Right, they can see, you're getting so stressed and they can't cope with things and the pressure. It'll kill you. It'll give you an aneurysm. Can cause permanent brain damage or nerve damage. So, some people up at those levels might have themselves just put me to sleep for a little bit. Help with the inflammation and stuff. Right, there are other options. Right, you could cut back on meat, dairy, and gluten for a little bit. I know, and instead, I think, they put him in a coma, and he woke up eating all meat. And then he got sick again from the all meat diet. No, it was from something else. You're right, it was from something else. Give me a break, you guys, really. I remember 2017, going up to Canada. Have you guys talked to those people up in Canada? I'm not talking about David Chase. Right, but I know many of you have talked to him. I mean, it's interesting, too, to us investigators and people who care how fucking stupid and nasty and insane you nasty fucks are. I think to them, too, and they have to go along with it. Yeah, I know. We tried to tell you. As you can see, we can tell you and tell you all day long. Understand, we're dead mothers, and these kids need help, and they're hostages of Hamas. When you understand the activism groups, it makes total sense. And you can just say they're hostages of sick fucking punks, right? Yeah, crazy, dangerous people. Have you seen the murders and beatings? So back in 2013, once again, when we were raising concerns about these things and they were targeting retards and stuff. Yeah, they were doing it back in 2008 and 9, you remember? Right, so this is an old game to some of these fucking punks. Yeah, and the adults that were involved with a lot of that shit back in the 90s have these kids running around doing all these investigations, chasing child pedos, Karens, and non-vaxxers. Right, Joe Rogan and Alex Jones? You guys want to wake the fuck up and get real, or you want to sign another contract? Anyways. Yeah, much love, health, and peace to you all. You have any other questions, comments, concerns? We're right here. You're welcome. Thank you. Yes, good morning to you. Hi, hello, it's good to see you. That's right, I'm good. That's right, I'm good. Hey, sweetheart. And to you, Bachanero. Buck a buck. You buck a buck. You got a buck a buck. What's that? Yeah, the big black bear. Yeah, the big black bear bled black blood. Why? Why did the big black bear bleed black blood? Well, the big black bug bit the big black the big black bug bit the big black bear, and the big black bear bled black blood. Say it again. The big black bug bit the big black bear, and the big black bear bled black blood. The big black bug bit the big black bear, and the big black bear bled black blood. The big black bug bit the big black bear, and the big black bear bled black blood. The trick is to say it fast, like Peter Piper picked a peck of pickled peppers. The big black bug bit the big black bear, and the big black bear bled black blood. Whew.